Policing, Tobias Omondi. On to our first news item. The Kenya Law Society of Kenya, LSK, is gearing up for elections on the 22nd of February to elect a new council and president, the rule of law, ensuring the stability of the legal profession and addressing critical issues like government overreach and corruption within the judiciary.
It stands as an important player in this industry. We not only work with Parliament, we work with the judiciary, and our role is also to advise the executive. So we'll carry out that role that as the Law Society of Kenya to continue raising our voice. When we see the excesses of government, we shall advise the government accordingly. We will work with the judiciary as well. Right now you see we're all wearing purple ribbons because we are against any attempts to take over the judiciary. We will not allow the judiciary to go back to the Moi era.
Moving on to other news, the Judicial Service Commission, JSC, has issued a strong response to President William Ruto's recent accusations of corruption within the Kenyan judiciary. The JSC has challenged President Ruto to provide concrete evidence of any alleged corruption within the judiciary. They emphasized the importance of upholding due process and presumption of innocence, stating that accusations without proof are detrimental to the judicial system's integrity. The JSC has also announced its own investigations into any potential cases of corruption within the judiciary.
Ati kuna mtu mwingine ati wananiambia ati kwa sababu ati ile serikali nyingine ilikuwa na budget ati ya kuhongana kotini, ati mimi nitengeneze budget ya kwenda kuhongana kotini. Mimi nimewaambia my friends, hakuna hata shilingi moja budget ya Kenya itawekwa ya kununuana kotini ama kuhongana kotini. Na mimi siwezi kuhongana kotini. Badala ya kuhongana kotini, tutamaliza ufisadi kotini. Mahakama ni wafanyikazi wa wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. And when I say, and I will repeat, that we must deal firmly, decisively with corruption in the judiciary, I mean it. And we are going to deal firmly and decisively to root out corruption in the judiciary. Tulikuwa na hii program ya housing 2017, lakini badala ya kusongesha hii program ya housing mbele, wakakuja wakatuletea rege, wakatuletea BBI. Sasa hii program ikasambaratika, ati wanataka kuturudisha pale tena ati kwa maandamano. Sasa nyinyi si mnanijua vizuri? Si mimi nilikuwa mjumbe wenu hapa? Sasa nyinyi mnaona mimi kweli ni mtu nitatisha na mtu yeyote? My friend, watafuta mtu mwingine.
Ndio sasa wamepanga jama ya kutumia kotini kutatiza na kusambaratisha mipango ya rais wetu.
Na hatutakubali kamwe mtu mmoja, wawili, watatu ambao wanaongozwa na biashara isiyo halali wasimamishe kazi, na wakicheza tutapita na wao.
Must be alive to the fact that this constitution was passed by the people of Kenya. And I don't think there's anybody amongst us in either of the arms of the government that has a discretion to choose what to implement and what not to implement. Because it is not a question of making threats or making accusations that are not backed by evidence. All we are saying is that we abide by the constitution.
Moving on to other news, two National Assembly committees, that's the Finance and the Planning committees, Finance and Planning and Housing committees are blatantly disregarding a court order halting public participation forums on the Affordable Housing Bill 2023. They have scheduled week-long public outreach in 12 counties to gather public feedback, seemingly ignoring the ongoing legal challenge. This move sets the stage for a heated legal showdown between the National Assembly and the litigants who secured the court order. Public participation meetings are planned for Machakos, Narok, Uasin Gishu, Meru, Nyeri, Nairobi, Mombasa, Kwale, Homa Bay, Kiambu, Embu, Bungoma, and Nakuru.
We're going to divide ourselves as members of these two committees into different teams so that in the shortest time possible, and we get to reach out to as many people as possible. We've received so far, I think 100 and something memoranda from the public. You cannot gag an independent body to do their work unless now the courts tell us then who do they expect to make laws? Because the same way Parliament cannot make judgment and we cannot issue court orders to stop us from doing our work. So it's really unfortunate, but we'll have to again respectfully disagree, but obey the orders and find a way of without being in contempt of court to make sure that we actually do our role as Parliament, in which is legislation.
Moving on to other news. The country is facing mounting pressure from the Spanish government and a private company over unpaid debts related to a stalled dam project. The issue threatens to damage Kenya's reputation as a reliable investment destination and could jeopardize future collaborations with Spain. Spain's embassy in Kenya sent a formal complaint to the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs highlighting the outstanding debt that is owed to the Spanish company TYPSA. The complaint letter, signed by Ambassador Javier Garcia, emphasized the company's efforts to collect the payment and expressed concern over the lack of progress. And finally, the state has given 14 days to file charges against Pastor Paul Mackenzie and 17 other suspects linked to the Shakahola massacre. Failing to, the court will release the suspects on its own terms. According to Senior Principal Magistrate Y. Shikanda's ruling, at the Shanzu Court on Tuesday, that's the 9th of January, the suspects linked to the cult deaths at Shakahola have been in custody for a record of 117 days since the application for extension of custodial orders was filed and have yet to be charged. The 117-day detention, according to the magistrate, is the longest in Kenyan history, or at least since the adoption of the 2010 Constitution.